I have a couple of things that are with companies that are not DC that haven't been announced yet.
Okay.
So
Care to break any announcements here, Matt?
yeah, I'd like to. There's a couple that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
But no.
All right.
And,
Look for it, folks. And then talk about your prose too. That's very cool.
Yes, I have written 2 novels, Midwinter and Office of Shadow. They're fantasy novels. They're set in sort of a fantasy world. This one is, I call it the Dirty Dozen with elves for short, or if you're a comic book fan, it's Suicide Squad with elves.
Nice.
And this is, the Office of Shadow is like a Cold War spy thriller with elves.
Very cool.
And you can, go on Amazon and you can read the first chapter. I think both of them is online.
Excellent.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Final question. What is the one thing that Bill Willingham does not want the world to know about him? Or give us number 9 on the list.
Oh God, there's so many things, but if he were to see them, he'd probably kill me. So I will tell you this: Bill Willingham despises mint. Anything mint flavored, he can't deal with.
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. You want to stay away, keep Bill Willingham to stay away from you. Just a mint necklace will do the job. All right, we're here with Mike McKone of Marvel's Avengers Academy. He's agreed to talk with us for a couple minutes. Thanks so much, Mr. McKone. Just want to take the mic. All right. Well, today I'm going around asking professionals about their latent fanboy tendencies. We're all fans at heart. Unless we're working 16 hours a day, then maybe we just go to sleep. But you make it to shop every Wednesday still, or talk about your buying practices just a little bit.
I can't honestly say I make it to the shop every Wednesday, but I do go there quite often. My local store is Jim Hanley's Universe.
Okay, sure.
In New York. And they very, very kindly gave me a 40% discount. So
how can you not go? Yeah.
How can I not?
You got to be in every Wednesday with that, man.
Yeah, it means I think what it really means is that I only have to like a comic 60%, and then I'll purchase it.
You're not complaining about the $3.99 tag?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. So
it's $2.20, man.
I know. I can't honestly say I buy singles anymore. I just buy the trades generally. And it tends to be the stuff I'm kind of working on. So I've been buying a lot of Avengers books.
Oh, sure.
And I also bought the Scott Pilgrim books quite recently, and they were really good fun.
Those were great reads.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie? Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. That kid's too old to be playing 17-year-olds now. I mean, seriously.
I think that was it. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Let's draw a line.
I thought he was great. I mean, I wasn't sure how it was going to be, but I thought he did a pretty good job. But you got a point.
I thought it was a really cute little movie. And I'm a huge Edgar Wright fan. I love Spaced. I love Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, I gotta ask you just old fan question. Exiles, the original Exiles was one of my favorite books, but I thought you guys just knocked that out of the park. Can you talk a little bit? I think I heard the editors kind of came up with the concept and then brought you and Jude Winnick in, or just can you talk about doing Exiles at all?
I think it's right. I think Mike Marks, who was the editor of the book, he wanted to do an alternate reality kind of book, and then Jude. I think Jude was on board before I was, but. What I do remember is they give me a choice of a Blink book or a Bishop book. And I had no idea who either character was.
Yeah.
So I asked my friend at the time, who was like a huge Marvel goober, and he said, you gotta do Blink. You gotta do Blink. It's a much better
Everybody
idea.
loved her.
Yeah.
Because she was in like 3 issues and then she died and everybody loved her, so and that book wanted to make her name.
Okay. So that was it. It was just a friend of mine said, we'll sell artwork if it's a chick. That's why I did Exit.
Wonderful, that's wonderful. So you got Avengers Academy coming out every month. Anything else in the hopper you care to tell us about before we go?
Pretty much Avengers Academy through. Yeah.
That's good. All right, well, it's worth it in singles, people. $4 a month. Christos Gage knocking it out. Mr. McKone, thank you so much for talking.
You're very welcome.
All right, I'm here with Chris Summers of Abilene, Texas. His work has appeared most recently in the latest issue of Atomic Robo, Volume 1, Issue 1. Chris, thanks for talking to us today.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man.
Take it, brother? All right.
Sure.
Here we go. All right, so you still getting there to the store and buy new comics every week?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I try to go in. I got a great local comic shop in, and
give them a shout out. What store?
Yeah, it's Premier Comics.
Okay, cool.
A guy named Gordon Washington owns it. We just started up a podcast, actually. We're focusing especially on indie books. We're trying to get that going, and it's a lot of fun, man. It's a great shop. So.
Very cool. What indie book lately has been a focus?
Man, we talk about stuff that's coming out, like the new Dungeons and Dragon books that came out like this last week. Atomic Robo we talked about. A lot of the radical stuff.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I got that Caliber. That was pretty.
Yeah,
solid.
so I mean, we just try to really focus on the really excellent indie books that come out. I mean, they kind of get passed over for Marvel and DC and all that. So we try to focus more on that.
That's very cool. That's a nice mission statement. How much would you say you spend on new comics every week?
Man,
You can fudge it. I know, but in present company.
You know what, man? The good thing is that with working in comics, they're actually an expenditure that I can kind of write off sometimes.
Right,
they
is
help.
tax deductible.
Probably not nearly as much as I used to, but I would say in an average month, I don't know about weekly, but in an average month, probably about $75.
Okay.
75 to 100, just depending, but yeah, somewhere in that range.
That's about where I'm hanging out as well. Yeah, you can't really spend less and not miss most of the good stuff.
Exactly.
At $4 a pop, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
What is the best book on the stands in your opinion right now?
Man,
you can say two if you want.
Okay, there are a couple. I got the whole G.I. Joe line that IDW is putting out. I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. They're really doing a great job with all of that. The other one that I'm really liking, dude, is, I'm sure you've heard this over and over, but it's Walking Dead.
Yeah, oh, sure. Well, yeah.
Walking Dead, I mean, yeah, the show and everything's just started, but man, it's just such a phenomenal comic. And all these people are like, zombies. Really and truly, when you get into Walking Dead, that's not the focus. And so that's what's really cool about it. It's really about the people, and the zombies are kind of in the background all the time.
They're the weather outside.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. They are. They're the weather outside.
To the forecast for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah. So that would be what I would say.
That's
man.
cool. Right on. Yeah, very good choices. Very good choices. How many long boxes would you say you have?
Now, probably around what, six, eight, somewhere in that range.
Have you gotten rid of some? Or
Yeah, man. At one time, my collection was probably about 35 or 40.
Whoa, that's the dream. No,
Yeah, dude, it was.
Yeah.
I had lots and lots. But yeah, I had to downsize at some points, and so.
Turn it into more comics or electricity.
Or equipment.
Amen. So you've done some professional work for Super Big Boy Show. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I've worked. I've actually done some work for DC, working with Hi-Fi Studios. They are a coloring studio, so they have several colors to work on one issue.
Okay.
And we kind of color in what's called a house style, so we kind of all match. So I've got to work with them. I worked on Booster Gold.
Cool.
The comic.
The relaunch.
Yeah, the relaunch.
I love that stuff.
And I got to work on. It was cool. I got to work on a few pages of Superman, like a new Krypton special or something like that.
Oh, cool.
So that was cool.
Yeah, man. All right.
So I was like,
I'll pick that up as well. That's cool.
And most recently, there's a Green Lantern Plastic Man one shot that's coming out that I got to do a few pages on.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was really cool.
Who wrote that?
I don't remember. I don't. Yeah, I just got a few pages. I mean, I got the script and everything. I just don't remember who wrote that.
Yeah,
man.
that's weird enough. That sounds just not enough pairing. You got to try that out. Right?
Yeah, it was kind of cool. And I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. So, so that was really cool.
So you're pretty pumped about the movie?
Oh, dude, very pumped. Matter of fact, the guy that is playing Jon Stewart.
Okay, yeah.
Was here, and I was talking to him yesterday.
Oh, wow. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, he was here, and I was talking to him yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm working on a picture for him.
Of course. Okay,
so he was wanting a Jon Stewart Green Lantern, so I told him I'd do him something up. So.
That's excellent. All right.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the movie.
Wonderful, man. Well, you got any big plans? You're in Austin. You know what you're gonna do tonight? You have a little fun?
Man, I got a few other buddies, that are here with me. And usually I leave the plans up to them. It usually depends on how tired we are at the end of the day.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just like, time to go back to the room and just sleep. Sometimes it's we got commissions that we got to work on.
Right. Yes.
And then sometimes we're like, we're good, let's go out for a little while. So it just kind of varies. It's play it by ear.
What the night's going to hold for you?
Not yet, man. No idea.
I say commissions and then go out.
There's that too.
Both to see.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Wonderful. Okay, well, thanks for spending some time with us, Chris.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Thank you guys.
Yeah, sure. Man, appreciate you.
No problem. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, thanks.